Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we will discuss journal. As we know, business transactions are recorded in the books of account with the help of source documents. There are broadly two types of books of account. One is journal, the other is ledger. Journal is also known as book of primary entry or book of original entry because the transactions are first recorded in journal and from there they are posted in ledger. And the source documents with the help of which transactions are recorded in journal are bills, invoice, receipts, cash memos, debit and credit note. Now what is a journal entry? When a transaction is recorded in chronological order in the journal, it is known as journal entry, and the process of recording it is known as journalizing. There is a standard format of a journal. There are 5 columns. First one is date, column of date. Date of occurrence of the transaction is mentioned here. Then the second column is of particular. Both the aspect of the transaction, the debit and the credit aspect, they are mentioned here, and a brief description of the transaction is mentioned below it. Now the third column is of ledger folio. The page number of the ledger where the particular transaction is posted, that is mentioned in this column, and the fourth and fifth column is of debit amount and credit amount. The amount with which the account is debited is mentioned there, and the amount with which the account is credited is mentioned on the credit column. Now let's consider an example to understand how transactions are recorded in journal. We'll take example of Mrs. Ram Enterprises and consider the first transaction which occurred on 1st of April, that is started business with cash rupees 2 lakh. We'll first enter the date in the date column. Now two accounts are involved in this transaction, that is cash account and capital account. Cash being an asset will be debited and capital account is getting increased, so it will be credited. Now we'll write the account which is to be debited first, followed by the word DR which is written close to the right margin, and below it we will write the account to be credited preceded with the word 2. We'll write the amount in the debit column 2 lakhs and in the credit column diagonally opposite to each other. Now we'll give a brief description of this transaction below, being capital introduced in business This description of the transaction is known as narration. Okay, now let's consider next example. First, we will write the date, that is 5th of April. Now, let's see the transaction. Purchase goods worth rupees 30,000 from Sahil Limited. In this transaction, two accounts will be involved, purchase account and Sahil account. Purchase account will be debited and Sahil account will be credited. Purchase account being an expense account, it is getting debited, and Sahil account being an account of the creditor, it will be a liability account and it will be credited. Now, initially we will write purchase account and with the word DR and in place of capital account we will write Sahil. Now This is the second transaction, purchase account debit to Sahil. And what will be the narration? Being goods purchased on credit. And what will be the amount? $30,000. Now the third transaction, sold goods worth 5,000 in cash. Now in this transaction, two accounts will be involved, cash account and sales account. Cash account being an asset will be debited, and sales account being an income account or revenue account will be credited. Now first we will write the date, that is the date of occurrence of the transaction is 6th of April. Now the account to be debited is cash account and the account to be credited is sales account. The amount is 5,000. And the narration will be being goods sold in cash. So we have seen how all the three transactions will be entered in journal. Hope it's clear. In the next video, we'll see few special transactions which will enter in journal. In case you have any doubt, do comment in the comment box. Subscribe my channel to get notifications of the next video.